Good afternoon, children. Hope you all are doing well. Okay. So, in the last session, what and all we have learned, children? Can you people recall the things? Yes. Very good. Yes. We have learned what is democracy, and then we have learned the features of democracy, and then why democracy. So, in that why democracy, we have learned the arguments against democracy. That means few disadvantages of democracy we have learned. The same chapter we are continuing today also, that is what is democracy and why democracy. Okay. Yes, children. Today we are going to see about the arguments for democracy. That means the advantages of democracy and then the broader meaning of democracy. So we have understood only the disadvantage, the simple meaning of the democracy. Okay, not in the broader way. So that's the reason today we are going to see some broader meaning of democracy and then we'll go for recapitulation. Okay, children? Yes. In today's class, we'll be see about the arguments for democracy. The first point is that a democratic government is a better government because it is a more accountable form of government. Guys, what is the meaning of accountability or more accountable form of government? What do you understand by accountable, children? Yes, that means we can believe or we can trust, we can have a faith in this form of government. Okay, let me give you, take an example and explain you, children. So in your textbook they have given that in China in the year of 1958 to 1961 they had one, the famine. That was the word, the largest or the biggest famine. It has been registered in the world history. So that time, almost many crores together of people has died. And then here what was the main reason for this, the famine or to become so much worse? Because the people, they started to believe that the government did not take the good policies or the measures against this famine. That is the main reason it has got, the many people died. It affected so much even for the economy. Even at the same time, even India was suffering with the economic crisis. Even India was not that much, more or less like China only. But we didn't have any famine. But both the government, the people started to believe that it is a reason that whatever the policies, the government policies which they have been taken. But in China, we know that what form of government they are following, children? Yes, exactly. That is communist state. It is a communist state. The communism they are following. So what are the features or the characteristics of the communist state, children? Yes, very good, children. That means only one single party will be there. They will be responsible to take maximum decisions and then the people will not be having any rights to question the government. Understand, children? And no other political parties will be exists in that particular country. Okay, so that's the reason whatever the the rules or whatever the policies, whatever the decisions they are taking, that will be the final decisions. But in democracy, what happens, children? Yes, we will be having, there are two parties. That is, one it is ruling party and the one more it is opposition party. The ruling party which has formed the government, that is, which will be in the power, that will be called as a ruling party. And the one more party, that is, which has lost in the election. The majority, it has got majority and lost in the election. That will be considered as the opposition party. So here what happens, children? The opposition party have a rights to question the ruling party if the ruling party goes somewhere wrong or if it is taking some, the bad decisions or the decisions are not good. If they are taking something, any policies or the rules they are taking, the opposition party have got rights to question the ruling party. So that time what happened? Of course, the ruling party will be having some scare that what the opposition party make an issue. So that's the reason, of course, they'll be bothering and they'll be taking the better decisions only. For example, now, the current situation of our country, we can take it as an example, children. So the whole world is suffering from a pandemic disease, that is COVID-19. So, in our country, compared to other countries, India was better. Because, we had done some lockdowns and all those things. Now it is going to little worse, but earlier, whatever the decisions which has been taken by the ruling party was good. And the ruling party will be, of course, it has to be very careful because the opposition party have rights to question whatever the decisions, whatever the rules will be taken by them. Okay, understood, no children? Here what happened, the people can believe or people can trust in this form of government because even we have rights to question if something goes wrong. Okay, so that's the reason they'll be telling democracy is it's a more accountable form of government than compared to other form of government. Okay, yes. And the second point is democracy improves the quality of decision making by consulting various people and institutions. What does it mean, children? Yes, that means the decision making in the democracy is far better. Okay, because just I'll give you one example. In your family, your father has to take one decision. Sometimes he alone will take a decision. That is one part. And the one more situation, he will call all your family members, your father, your mother, your grandparents, your sister, you, everyone sit together. You all will discuss and you will take a decision. So which will be better, children? In this two, whether your father alone took a decision will be better or you all sat together and discussed and took one decision, that will be better. Of course, when all people sat together and discuss and take a decision, that will be more better. Okay, in the same democracy also, the decision making will not be done by single person. Okay, so before taking a decision, they have to consult the many people and even the institutions. So, in that situation, many people, the ideas of a person to person will be different. The perception will be different. So, that time, they will be discussing both the pros and the cons. That means, both advantages and the disadvantages. So, by taking all into consideration, they will be taking a decision. So, that decision will be more better. Okay, children? The decision making time may be delayed, but the quality of decision will be perfect. Okay, so that's the reason democracy improves the quality of decision making by consulting the various people and the various institutions. Okay, hope you understood now, children? Yes. And the next one it is, democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. Okay, children. So basically we know that India is a democratic country and we have diverse people. Yes or no, children? What's the meaning of diverse? Yes, we can see different caste, different religion, different languages, different region people. Yes or no, children? So in that situation, within a country, we have got this different, the kinds of people. In that different kinds of people, of course, the thoughts, the perception, the ideas of those different people will be different. The things which we will be expecting will be different. Yes or no, children? So that time, how it will be, to handle the entire country with the different kinds of people. Is it easy, children? So that is the reason here what happens in democracy the power which we have given is not a permanent one for everyone or anyone, and it is not a it is not a permanent for anyone, and it's not a loser for anyone. Every 5 years we will be electing the leaders. So what happens here? No one can give the permanent solution for preference for any one category of people. Okay, no children. For example, if a communist state or if a monarchy, what happens? The which communist, the particular leader has won, and he'll be giving only importance to that particular community. But here in democracy, that is not a situation. Here, we will be electing the different leaders. Every 5 years, we'll be selecting our leaders. So that time, they'll not be giving any chance to give only importance to that particular region, or that particular language, or that particular religion. They have to give importance for all the people. If they give only the importance for that particular region or the religion, what happens? There will be no equality among the people. There will be no happiness, and we can't stay united. Still we are united even though we have diversed. Yes or no, children? So that is the reason here what happened. The power which has given to the people is not permanent. Okay. So that situation what happened? The people, whomever, the leaders will be rotating, changing for every 5 years. But they have to give importance for all the people ideas, all the people expectations and their needs. Okay. So that gives the equality for all the people, and it will be better, and it will continue for the unity of a country. Okay, children? You people understood, right? The third point. And the next one it is, democracy enhances the dignity of citizens by providing equality, fundamental rights and freedoms. So what does it mean, children? Here, no other form of government, take it as an example, it may be communist party, it may be autocracy, it may be monopoly, no government has given such a huge freedom, rights, equality for the people. In communism, just take it as an example, our neighboring country. In communism, do you think the people have got a right to question the government? Do you think they have got a freedom to select their future, whatever they want? They have got equality among them? No. The same way, even in autocracy, do you think they will get all these freedoms? No. But in democracy, we have given the equality among the people. We have given the fundamental rights. Every person have a right to get education. Every person have a right to participate in any of the, whatever the movements which has been going on. Or else they have right to have their own religion. They can celebrate whatever the festivals they want. They have freedom to express their ideas and views. Understand, children? But no other form of government has given such a freedom and the rights to the people. In democracy, we can see, the fundamental rights has given, the equality among the people has given, freedom has given. We have a, right to get education, right to equality, right to have a property, to follow any kind of religion. We have got all these rights. These can be given only in the democracy, but not in the any other form of government. Here we are giving all these things to improve the dignity of the citizens, not to improve the dignity of the government. Here, dignity of the citizens, people. That is, our people, we have got a rights that improves our the status or the level, stand of living of the people. Okay, children? So here we have got all these rights that will help us for the betterment of the people. Yes or no? We have freedoms. We can do whatever the education we have, we want. There is no restriction only you have to study this. Or, there is no restriction that, you have to follow only this religion. So we have got the freedom. We have got the rights. So that improves or enhances the dignity of the citizens, the stand of living of the citizens, not the government. Okay, this the democracy is a form of government which improves the quality of the people. Okay.